Hey guys, it's Goblin, and if I sound sick, it is because I am very sick. Halloween, and I couldn't even go to school today, which fucking sucks. I had a police costume, and I was so ready to wear it. But, it is what it is. If you're wondering when Cringetober is coming back on this channel, it will be the very next video. I'm going to do probably 3 or stick with 2 more each video. It should be completed in the next month, the whole thing. I am so sorry. When I was growing up, I had completely unmonitored internet access, and I think that is fully the reason why I am who I am today. Very traumatized, PTSD, and everything. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. I feel like this is a very important topic to talk about, essentially because it's Halloween and how, I guess, scary the topic is. If you haven't been through what I've been through, then I guess you don't know it's scary, but I'll let you know how scary it is in this video. I also want to thank these people for not only following me, but commenting on my TikToks. You are very loved here on this channel, and I hope you continue to support me. I think growing up in the 2010s was honestly my downfall as a child. Omegle, Skype, Kick, freaking creepypasta, speed paints, gore sites were at their highest they've ever been. The first site that I want to talk about is, of course, Omegle. So, yeah.
Am I good at screaming? I think I am good at screaming. I can scream for you.
Being a young child on Omegle was the worst thing possible because you read the website and it's like, oh, you're going to meet strangers, or like you're going to meet people with the same topics as you. Like, no, you're gonna meet a grown man with his dick out. When I went on Omegle, which I always went on Omegle because, duh, you're like, oh my god, look what these people are doing on here. I want to feel grown and stuff. You're just like, you're traumatized for 1, you're taking advantage for 2, and 3, there was never a game that benefited you on there. God, especially that one stripping game, is like, you get a point for every clothing piece you take off. Those points meant nothing to you. Like, literally nothing. It was just a grown man on the other side of the computer watching 8-year-old me take my clothes off. I'm glad I can joke about this now because growing up, it really affected me. It affected my self-image. It affected how I viewed sex, and it affected how I viewed lust. I thought lust meant love growing up, and so that's how I got myself in a bunch of situations I didn't need to be in at like 12 or 13. And if they didn't want to do anything on Omegle, they'd take you to Skype or they'd take you to Kick, which a bunch of shit went down on Kick, for God, one. I feel like Kick doesn't even need to be a thing anymore. I feel like it literally needs to be removed from the App Store. There needs to be investigations took on from Kick. Which I hear they're doing some things, but I've been on the site this day, and all the chat rooms on there are just sex this, sex that, and I think that's really disgusting, seeing how so many kids get, like, tricked into going on there to talk to people, when in reality, they're being groomed. And I'm sorry if I seem so passionate when I'm talking about this, but I was sexually assaulted growing up. I am a victim of SA, and I'm a victim of grooming, so that's why I am so passionate about wanting it to stop, and I think if you aren't, then that's weird. A lot of people like myself were blackmailed on Omegle to going into Kick, and then sending videos you didn't want to send, and that being uploaded on the internet and being exposed to that kind of shit. I think Omegle needs to be shut down as well, because that benefits nobody on Omegle, because for one, Omegle is used not only for grooming and sex and stuff like that, it is also used for bullying. I see a lot of videos on Omegle, and it's just like racial slurs or whatever kind of slur, and bullying people that don't need to be bullied, innocent people. And you can call me sensitive or whatever. I guess I'm being sensitive. I guess I'm sensitive about this topic because I was bullied growing up and I was groomed growing up. But I just look at my little sister every time. I can't imagine her going through the things I went through. That's why I'm so passionate about it. But I honestly think you get the idea of what I'm trying to say. So let's get on to the next topic, which will be
Sticking out your gap for the Riddler. You're so scared.
God, if you've never seen a creepypasta speed paint or the YouTube in general, in the 2010s, especially on like creepypasta side, was fucking sick, man. It was crazy. Being an 8-year-old girl obsessed with fucking My Little Pony, I go on there and I'm like, oh, I want to see somebody draw Rainbow Dash and see the fucking Rainbow Factory. Or it's the same thing with Pinkie Pie. I want to go on there and I see the fucking smile animation thing, which, as a kid, I loved that because I was already, what's it called? I was not afraid of it because of our next topic, which is gore sites, but I was like, oh my god, this is awesome, but in reality, it just made me feel like a weird person because I'm over here looking at fucking death as an 8-year-old. Having all these things thrown in my face at such a young age made me feel more grown than I needed to be. I needed to be playing in my room as a child, not stripping off my clothes or drawing gore, for fuck's sake. I'm 17 years old, and I go back and I look at my childhood, and I'm not happy about it. I seriously am not. Being into creepypasta at a young age definitely affected me because I'd see that, oh my god, Slender Man, oh my gosh, he had this big mansion to take care of you. All you had to do was murder people, which actually affected real kids back in the day. It affected real kids and real people. I'm sure you know if you're watching my video, but there was a Slender Man stabbing back in the 2010s, and then another Slender Man stabbing back in the 2010s. Actual people were hurt over these fan fictions because they needed to feel loved, is what I'm saying. And they thought, oh my gosh, all they have to do is kill this person, and they're not even scared of it because of all this gore stuff on the internet in that age. They're like, if I need to be loved, I have to kill, and I will do that just to be loved. You know what I'm saying? Which is sick once you think about it. When you're 11 or 12 or fucking 8 to 9, you don't need to be thinking of death and like, oh, that's cool, I don't care to kill somebody just to feel loved. No, you need to already be loved as a child, it's sad that people thought that and went through with plans like that. The reason why I'm not affected by most shit like gore is because of the creepypasta fandom and fucking Live Leak and Gore Grish growing up. Dude, I should have been on Animal Jam, Movie Star Planet, or Girls Go Games. I should have not been watching cartel beheadings at the ripe age of fucking 11. And the only reason I was because I had unmonitored internet access. I was allowed to get on my phone whenever, and I was allowed to view whatever. I just think it's so sick, now that looking back at it, that these sites actually do exist, and people are so consumed by it that they feel the need to watch it every single day. Sites like those are what lead to psychopaths and serial killers because people get so unaffected by it that they're like, okay, I'm watching this, but now I want to do it. I need to do it, or else I can't feel anything from this anymore. It's the same thing with self-harm. You watch self-harm, and then you're like, oh my god, I don't get anything from this anymore. Let me do it to myself, and maybe I'll get something from it. I shouldn't be saying this because I guess I'm promoting it or whatever by saying this. I was never into watching self-harm gore because I already self-harmed at a young age because of all the shit that went on the internet that affected me. And beyond all these topics that I mentioned, there's so much more. There's Tumblr, where there was a bunch of doxing and bullshit going on. There was ED Twitter, which promoted so many fucking false stereotypes and everything. The 2010s was a bunch of bullshit that I wish I could go back and relive it, but without a fucking phone. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wish, if I was a child now, I would want to be running around in a treehouse playing with Littlest Pet Shops and watching TV, I guess. I wouldn't want to be on the internet looking at people being beheaded. I wouldn't want to be on Omegle stripping down for grown men. I would want to be a child. And I think that's also what's wrong with today's world, which, this is a very unpopular opinion. I'm going to get shit for it. If you are 13, I just feel like you shouldn't be dressing up on TikTok and doing makeup. I feel like you should be a 13-year-old. You take a look at it, the amount of children that have actually offed themselves because of the internet for one bullying, for one stereotypes, for one grooming. I just feel that children should not have internet access. And I know, oh, you're a hypocrite. You're fucking 17 and you're on here on the internet. Yes, okay, yes. But there is a difference between a 17-year-old who knows what they should not be getting into and an 8-year-old who just wants to play a game on Omegle. Well, this has been my TED Talk about fucking internet, and I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, Cringetober will be coming out soon, and if you didn't see your name in the beginning of the video, make sure you subscribe, follow my TikTok, and comment so you can be included in the next video. I hope you guys have a great day, and remember, don't be a slut. I'm just kidding, I don't slut shame. Bye!